Hey guys, it's Robin, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I have got a what I've been warming video for you. This is the one where I go through what I've been warming in my house over the last couple weeks, like, you know, where I warmed it, how it did, so you might decide what might work well in your house and what you might want to try. So I have in this video all the random things I've been warming the last few weeks, as well as warm reviews of the Scentsy summer collection, the 5-bar summer collection, and the Noche de San Juan bar Sea Breeze. So I will have those a little bit later on in this video as well. And as usual, I will do my Scentsy bars first, then I'll do kind of the empty things I've used up that are not wax, and then I'll get into the vendor wax towards the end of the video. So stay tuned. I have been warming quite an assortment this last few weeks. It's been really odd weather-wise because for a while it was really nice out, very springy, early summery, and then we had a period of rain, thank goodness, because we've had a lot of wildfires nearby and it got pretty dicey there for a bit. So the rain came and that seemed to help things a bit for the time being. But I warmed I took that chance to warm like a whole bunch of like fall and like cozy scents, because if you know me, I will warm fall any chance I get, and I totally did. So that's coming up too. Before we get started, a couple little housekeeping things. So on Tuesday, now make note of this, Tuesday, not Monday. Usually Scentsy launches happen on Mondays, but because next Monday is a holiday in the US, I think it's Memorial Day. I think we don't have Memorial Day in Canada. We had Victoria Day last weekend. So we had our long weekend last weekend, but you guys have a long weekend coming up this weekend. So the Scentsy launch for next week is on the 28th, I think. Is that right? Yeah, 28th. So the 28th will be our launch for the Inside Out collection, Disney Pixar. It's going to be a 4 or 5 bar set, I think it is, with the different emotions, with a bar for each of them. They're all kind of fruity sounding for the most part. It sounds like a good set. There's also going to be a Bing Bong Scentsy Buddy, which I am very excited for. Also launching that day is the Noche de San Juan collection with the Sea Breeze bar and the Puerto Rico themed warmer. And one little thing of note to me, I will probably be a little more scarce over the next few weeks. Just as far as filming goes, I'll still be doing all my customer stuff on the back end, but you're probably going to see a few less videos than normal, which you have the last 2 weeks already, just because May and June tend to be very busy months in my household. I would love to know in the comments below, in your household or in your life, what is the busiest month of the year? I'm trying to figure out if it's the same for everybody or if like different households have different busiest months, because I feel like for a lot of folks, December is really busy, and it is for us too. December's pretty busy, but May and June in particular are like extremely busy, and I can't even put my finger on why. I think it's because my husband's a teacher, so he has a lot of like year-end wrap-up to do, report cards, planning for next year and that sort of thing. And then my daughter has sports and stuff, so there's all kinds of stuff that doesn't happen the rest of the school year. So that makes life busier. It's just a lot. So what I'm saying is you may see a little bit less of me for the next few weeks. I'll still be uploading when I can. You're not gonna never see me again, but like it might be a little bit more sporadic than I would like, just like it has the last 2 weeks. So that is the one thing I do enjoy about Scentsy, is that when life requires it, I can step back just a little bit and then step back in when I can. So that is what I'm doing right now. I have a chance right now to sit down and film, so I am doing it. But yes, I would love to know what your family or your busiest months are of the year. For us, December, May, June. June especially, but December and June and a bit of May. But I would like to know if that's different for you. Okay, wax, let's talk wax. So as far as the open layout, I did one mix on one of the warmer days recently, and I had 6 cubes of Ruby Nectarine to use. This was a scent of the month, I want to say a year or two ago. This one had like apricot, maybe nectarine, probably nectarine. This one is kind of just very, very fruity. It's very like apricot-y. It smells like the produce aisle at the grocery store. It smells like fresh, ripe fruit. So there's that one. It's very strong performer. And then I did 6 cubes of this throughout my open layout. And then in the kitchen, which is all open as well, I did Let's Get Punchy. And Let's Get Punchy is just a very classic, saturated, juicy fruit punch scent. So I can't remember the notes on this. I would guess orange. I would even guess like a bit of papaya maybe. There's some tropical fruits in here, whereas Ruby Nectarine does not have those. So this mix was nice. I would say if I wanted to do this mix again, I would probably do more Let's Get Punchy, because I felt that the Ruby Nectarine overshadowed my 2 little cubes of Let's Get Punchy. So I would probably do a more balanced mix next time, but that was a good complementary pairing. Next up, we had a cool rainy day, and I did a bar of Farm Stand Pumpkin. This is a fall winter catalog bar. We will probably see this back in September. This one has pumpkin, apples, and like caramel with just like the tiniest hint of spice, not very much spice. It's a nicely balanced classic fall scent. This one I've always just kind of slid under my radar. It doesn't really jump out to me. I love my fall scent so much, and this one has always just been kind of an okay one for me. I don't dislike it, but it's not one I warm a lot of. So I did have one bar stashed away. I warmed it, I liked it. My thing with this one is it never performs super great for me. I get like a medium strength, but it's kind of like a 6 or 8 hour bar in my house. It was fine. It was fine. There are fall scents I like a lot better than this one. I will probably repurchase this because I do think it's a good classic staple to have on hand. And I think it's also going to be good as a mixer. So I would purchase it again if I see it in September. But it's not a go-to for me. But I did enjoy that on a cool rainy day. Farm Stand Pumpkin. And again, that will probably come back. Another cool rainy day, I did Frost and Cinnamon Roll. This was a scent of the month, September of last year. And this one was just like gooey frosted cinnamon roll with like frosting. This one is so good. This is very, very sweet, decadent, icinged up cream cheese frosting cinnamon roll. It's gooey, it's decadent, it's so yummy and very strong. A really, really good performer, very nicely balanced. I feel that sometimes cinnamon roll scents can be too much cinnamon and not enough bakery, or too much bakery and not enough cinnamon. This is a very nice balance. Love the balance here. I have this in my club. I suspect and hope very hard that we see this in the catalog for next fall. We won't know that until July, but this was a very popular scent of the month. And sometimes if it's a very popular scent of the month, they will add it to the next catalog. So I'm hoping. I really, really hope that we see this one in the catalog next fall. So that is Frosted Cinnamon Roll. Not currently available, but I am crossing my fingers and toes we see this one back. Another cool rainy day, I did Toasted Caramel Sugar. This is not currently available. This was a Bring Back My Bar last round. We should be getting the next round of Bring Back My Bars early access pretty soon here in the next few weeks. So once those come out, I will do first sniffs and warm reviews of those for you. But Bring Back My Bar is a program Scentsy does twice a year where they bring back like 20 to 25 bars that we vote back, and you can get them for that month only. You can either stock up, add them to your club, whatever you want to do. But this is what one of those bars was, Toasted Caramel Sugar. This one is a very authentic, warm, creamy caramel scent. It smells like homemade caramel or homemade caramel sauce, maybe. You smell like a definite cream note here with that kind of caramelized sugar, and it does smell like warm. It's really nice. Very nice, very short-lived in my home. Nice strength while it lasts. It's kind of like a medium, like 5 or 6 out of 10 strength in my open layout. Again, kind of a shorter duration one, which is why I did not club this one. It's a very pleasant scent though, like very pleasant. So there's that one. I think this one only lasted like an evening. I want to say like 3 or 4 p.m. until bedtime, something like that. But very enjoyable while it lasted. Next, I did a bar of Jammin' Jubilee, which is the upcoming June scent of the month, available June 1st. This one has blackberries, red berry compote, and caramelized sugar or something like that. Sugar syrup, that's what it is. So red berry compote, blackberry zest, and sugared syrup. This one is a very jammy, saturated berry scent. It's really, really nice. If you like strawberry scents, you're gonna like this. It is like berry pie filling, I would say. You don't get any crust, there's no bakery here, but this is more like a pie filling or something that you would use in a dessert. Maybe something like a strawberry shortcake filling or a pie filling, something like that. A lot of sugar here. This one, again, I would say medium strength, on the shorter side for duration, at least in my house. I do think this scent, I did this in the open layout, I do think this would lend itself better to smaller spaces. I think if you put this in a bedroom or something, it may last a bit longer. So that is what I might do next time. And that is Jammin' Jubilee. Then in bathrooms, I have neglected bathroom warming lately. The only thing I've done in bathrooms recently is blue lavender and bergamot. And this one I did 1 cube in our bathroom. This one is a very herbal lavender scent. This is currently available in the mental health collection. This is actually going away at the end of May. So if you're looking for Blue Lavender and Bergamot or any of the mental health collection, that is leaving at the end of May. So get your orders in for that if you haven't. In the bathroom, I didn't find it performed that well. In the bedroom, I did. But in the bathroom, it just was overpowered by my fragrance flower, actually. I have the Kindness Mother's Day fragrance flower in my bathroom right now, and that seems to be overpowering a lot of the wax I'm putting in there right now, which is unusual for a fragrance flower, but I'll take it. It's doing very well. This one for me has a touch of eucalyptus in the notes as well, and I do smell that on warm. And it's very herbal. If you like eucalyptus, you're gonna love it. I'm not personally a eucalyptus fan myself, so this one is probably not a repurchase for me. And then in the bathrooms, I did a cube in each bathroom of Blooming Marvelous, which is the May scent of the month right now. This one is lovely. I didn't expect to like this as much as I have. This is such a pretty scent. It is a soft, light, perfumey, sweet floral. It's so pretty. And it's light, but in like a really pleasant way. Like, I wouldn't want this to be stronger. I like the intensity this is. And the thing with this is it's maybe a 3.5 or 4 out of 10 in strength, so it's on the light side for sure. Do not try this in an open layout. This is a bedroom or bathroom bar, small spaces, small spaces. However, this one will go to lighter intensity, but it goes for quite a while. I get 2 days out of this every time I've warmed it. Really like this. So if you're on the market for a kind of pretty, not over the top floral, but still kind of like pretty bedroom scent, Blue and Marvelous, give this one a shot. I wouldn't have probably tried it if I wasn't a consultant, but I've actually really enjoyed this one. So that one, really happy with. I would repurchase that for sure. Okay, now let's head into the summer collection warm reviews and the Noche de San Juan Sea Breeze review. So I have the Sea Breeze bar here from the Noche de San Juan collection launching next Tuesday. This one, I will put the notes below on this one. I can't remember. I wanted to say there was like coconut milk, mandarin, and white flowers or white florals. The white florals scared me because white florals tend to be a migraine trigger for me a lot. So this one kind of scared me and I wasn't even sure if I was going to try it, but I did pick up a bar and I'm glad I did. So this one, yeah, on cold, you get kind of a sea salt air type note. You do get a fruitiness here as well. And you do get like the slightest hint of floral, but it's not very floral. If the florals scare you, I would not call this a floral bar. I would categorize this as a fresh type scent. I would say primarily this is a fresh, leaning fruity scent rather than a floral. So when I warmed this, I did a full bar in my open layout, and I found it took a while to get going and to kind of really fill the space, but once it did, it was nice. I almost got a hint of coconut milk in this on warm, and I would say the citrus came out too. I know mandarin is in the notes. I wouldn't have identified this as mandarin though. Like, I would have identified this as almost like a peaches and cream type scent or something like that. Like, there's no peach in this at all in the notes. But what this kind of reminded me of on warm, and it does not remind me of this on cold, but on warm, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Rainbows and Butterflies, the discontinued bar. That one had peach, and I think it had kind of creamy tones to it as well. That one I also got, like Rainbows and Butterflies, I also got a weird, like not weird, but like a knot in the notes, kind of like soft sweet pine note. So to my nose, Rainbows and Butterflies was kind of like a peaches and cream, sometimes leaned a little bit tree to my nose, which was very odd. This did the same thing. I got this mandarin note, but the mandarin is also the kind of, almost the kind of mandarin you would get in like a pine tree scent. You know, at Christmas time when they mix mandarin with tree and it just kind of works together? Because sometimes natural pine needles have like that mandarin scent to them as well. It kind of reminded me of that. So like, it was still summery, like definitely a summer bar, but I almost got like a hint of pine, at least on warm. So that's what I got here. My nose went totally rogue. I don't know. If you've tried this, I would love to know what your thoughts were and what your experience was. But I got like peaches, pine, and mandarin with like a hint of coconut. That is what I got from this on warm. I would say light medium, verging on medium at times. And I would say like a day, like 12 hours or so, something like that. So a little less than average for duration. Strength was decent. Yeah. As far as repurchase, I liked this bar. I don't think I would repurchase it myself just because I'm not a big fresh scent person. I think if you enjoy fresh scents, this will probably be a favorite. I just rarely enjoy fresh scents enough to repurchase them. I just use what's available. So that was nice to try, a lot of fun. And that is that one, Sea Breeze, available on the 28th of May. Then coming June 1st, we have the 5 Summer Collection bars. These are going to be available as a set with a little gift bag for $25 US or $34 Canadian. Or you can just get these individually or in your regular 6-pack bundle and save configuration. Whichever works for you. There's a lot of ways to do these ones. The first one we have here is Tropical Coconut Nectar. This one had peach, coconut, and I can't remember what else. You do get the fuzzy peach here. You also get coconut. And like I said before, this is kind of a flat coconut with a little bit of a sweet fuzzy peach candy ring type scent. So that is Tropical Coconut Nectar. This one I did 2 cubes in my office, and this one performed the longest out of all of the 5. So this one is on day 3 and I can still smell it in my office, doing very well for longevity. It was never a boomer. This is going to be one of those ones you put in and it's going to be like a light medium to medium. I would say 4 or 5 out of 10 in strength, but it's going to go for days. Very, very nice if you like that kind of like set it and forget it background scent. This was really nice. As far as repurchase, maybe. I think this one is nice because it's a good long-lasting one. I do think it's got good mixing potential as well, and I really do enjoy that one. So that is Tropical Coconut Nectar. I think it's better on warm than on cold. So if you get this one, definitely throw it in a warmer before you decide if you like it or not. It's a good one. Pink Pineapple and Sugar. This one is pink pineapple, sugar, and there is something floral or perfumey here. When I did the cold sniffs of this, I got more body care tones. Upon warming, I would switch body care to perfumey. When I did cold sniffs as well, I described the pink pineapple note in here as similar to the pink pineapple note in Bath & Body Works version, Pink Pineapple Sunrise. On cold, I still agree with that. On warm, I don't see any similarity between the two scents. On cold, I think the pineapple note is similar, but on warm, it was not at all. This one went much more perfumey on warm. On cold, it's definitely more pineapple fruity. On warm, it was very long lasting and very, very pretty and quite strong. I would say 7 or 8 out of 10 in strength in my bedroom. I did 4 cubes in there, which is probably too much. I also did this in bathrooms, or no, in my daughter's room at one point. So I did 4 cubes in our bedroom, 2 cubes in my daughter's room. In both rooms, it lasted like 2 days at least. Her room might have gone longer with it. 2 days in our room, a bit longer in her room, and like 7 or 8 out of 10 in strength in both spaces. It's a powerful bar. I think it could do an open layout. If you remember the bar from the Glamorous You collection a few years ago, it was called Keep It Sassy. I don't recall the notes on Keep It Sassy. It was a bright pink, kind of perfumey bar. People described it as like a teenage girl's body spray, and I would agree with that. This reminds me a lot of that on warm. On cold, I didn't get that as much. On warm, it definitely reminds me of Keep It Sassy. So if you missed that one, I would say Pink Pineapple and Sugar is pretty close. So that's a good one. As far as repurchase, I'm not sure. I like this quite a lot. The performance I was happy with. But there's something, and I found this with Keep It Sassy too. There's something a little bit cloying to me here. It's almost like too perfumey, too sweet, too something. And that's kind of where this went to me, especially on like the second day. So as much as I was impressed with the performance, I like the scent. I don't know that I would warm this all that often. This doesn't smell like me. This smells like somebody else. It's very nice for them, but it doesn't smell like something it doesn't smell like my house. You know how there's sometimes scents that you like, but it smells like someone else's house? Maybe you don't know. That's just maybe a me thing. I don't know. But this smells like somebody else's house. So I like it, but I don't know that I'll repurchase more. And I would have probably clubbed this when I did cold sniffs. Upon warming, I don't think it's going to be a club bar for me, despite the fact that I like it and that it performed well. Yeah, I think if you're a person who likes perfumey scents, if you like body care scents, and if you're a big fruity fan, maybe not so much. I think you do have to like body care perfumey scents to enjoy this. So there is Pink Pineapple and Sugar. I like this. I may grab another bar of this. I think I probably will. I think this is my last bar and I've only got 2 cubes. So I will probably grab at least one more bar of this because this is the kind of bar I would crave once in a while. maybe once a year. So I will probably grab one bar and tuck it away, and then I'll be good with this one. But if you like those kind of like body care, perfumey scents, or if you like to keep it sassy a lot, this might be a really pretty one. Very pretty for bedrooms and that sort of thing. And like I said, good performer. Then we did key lime and grapefruit. This one I did a full bar in the open layout. This one was key lime, grapefruit, and sugarcane, if I remember right. And I like this one a lot on cold as well. On warm, I would say the scent was pretty much the same as it was on cold. I really liked it. This one was also very strong in the warmers. I would say, again, at least a 7 out of 10 in strength in my open layout, which is pretty good. Longevity was a problem with this one. Yeah, citrus scents tend to be like, citrus scents usually aren't long haul type scents. And this was no exception. This I would say was like maybe like 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, much shorter than average. But strength was really good while it lasted. So overall, I really liked the scent. Like, I really liked the scent. You got a lot of key lime here. The lime was nice and sweet. It was a bit different from like cocoa lime in that this was, cocoa lime I would say is more lime, but it has that vanilla cream note to it. This does not have vanilla. It has like sweet sugar cane. So this one had more citrus to it and less lime. This was citrus lime and sugar rather than vanilla. So they were quite a bit different to my nose on warm. I really like both, and I would continue to purchase both. And in fact, I think they would mix really well. So if you want to try a really good mix, and I think I might try this myself, key lime and grapefruit, probably with equal parts cocoa lime. I'm going to give that a try. I think that sounds good. I will definitely repurchase this. This may be a club bar for me. I might club this for a while and see how it does with a few months of age under it. Because sometimes what you'll find is you'll get a bar, think, I really like this, but the performance isn't quite what I hoped. I'm not going to club it. And then you pull out your remaining bars after it's gone away, and you find it performs a lot better with age. So that may be the case with this. I don't know if it will be, because citrus doesn't tend to get much stronger with age. But I am going to try to probably club this one and see if I can get performance out of it to last a bit longer, because I really liked this one. Yeah, again, same as it is on warm as it is on cold. There was no scent change here. Performance was good, just not as long lasting as I'd like. Key lime and grapefruit. Water lily and bergamot. This one was really pretty on cold. I liked it a lot. This is kind of the fresh bar of the bunch. Yeah, this is crisp. You get water lily, bergamot. What was the other note in here? This is smooth, a little bit sweet. This is lovely. I actually love this on cold. And again, I'm not a big fresh scent person, so I love this. On warm, not as much. I don't know. On warm, my thing was, it went a little sharp. And that tends to happen with this type of scent on warm. I think with this one, what happened was I did this in my bathrooms. I did it in one in each bathroom, then I did it in the other bathroom again. So I've done it 3 times in total. Each time I found it lasted about a day. So about average duration, about average strength, about a medium strength. So performance was pretty standard, average performance. The scent just didn't, I don't know, like it just kind of got lost in the space almost. You could smell it, like it was a medium strength, but it just, I don't know, it didn't have any oomph behind it maybe. And it kind of went a little bit sharp or bergamoty or perfumey or something. I don't really find perfumey on cold at all. That's what I like about this. But on warm, I did find it went just a little bit perfumey. Not extremely perfumey, not to the extent that like pink pineapple and sugar did, but just a little bit perfumey. So I think if you like very fresh, kind of clean scents, this is going to be right up your alley. If you like laundry scents, maybe this isn't super laundry, I would say. It's more fresh, watery clean than laundry. Yeah, I like it. I don't know if I'd buy more. Yeah, which isn't a surprise because there are very, very, very few fresh scents I will repurchase. I'm just not a fresh scent person, but this was very pretty. I will be happy to use the rest of this. It's just not one I would get more of myself. But again, that's just my personal warming preferences. Finally, I did Sunset Sky and Strawberry. I did the full bar in my open layout, and this was a bar today. So I came home at noon, put this in my warmers, and it was a solid medium right out the gate. It got to like maybe a 6 before I even went back to work. So a little better than average. This one has strawberry. It's got a hint of something floral. It's got some white woods. This one is a very, very pretty bar. On cold, probably my favorite. I think it was my favorite. I think that's right. Yeah. I think on warm it is my favorite. On warm, this one was my favorite. It's so pretty. It's a beautiful strawberry. It's nice and like juicy, but also it's not perfumey. The woodsiness here does add some depth, but I wouldn't say it goes body care so much. But there is something more than just fruit here. This is not a purely fruity bar, which I like about it. That's what makes it different from something like Berry Sweet or Jam and Jubilee. These are just fruity, fruity, fruity bars. There's nothing deep or woodsy in here. This is just unapologetically sweet and berry. Whereas Sunset Sky and Strawberry has like some musky tones, some woods. It's very pretty, very well done. So really, really nice. I would say strength, a little bit better than average. Longevity is falling a bit short. We are only less than 7 hours into this warm and it is disappearing quick. I could smell it when I got home. I cannot smell it in the space currently that I'm sitting in. No, I can't. Could be nose blind, but I think it is tapering quite a bit, quite quickly. And if I remember right, that is how I had with this, that was how this bar was for me the first time I warmed it. So my friend saw it in New Zealand, was kind enough to send me this when they had it in New Zealand. And I really liked it again. And it was a nice strong bar for me then too, but not overly long lasting if I recall correctly. And that's kind of how it is today as well. So I really like it, not super long lasting. And that seems to be the theme for me with my favorite bars of this collection. I'm gonna close this blind because like we're getting some glare. There we go. So that seems to be my issue with these summer bars, is that my favorite ones are the ones that perform quite strongly but are not overly long lasting. So key lime and grapefruit, again, really, really nice performer, kind of short duration. Sunset Sky and Strawberry, same thing. But I love these scents. I think I will probably club both of these two. So as far as my rankings after warming, oof. I think we're gonna put Water Lily and Bergamot in 5th. And I believe this was in 5th in my first video too. I can't remember if it was first. Cold Sniffs. Cold Sniffs, was it? I can't remember. Either way, right now on warm, Water Lily and Bergamot takes up number 5 for me. Again, I still like it. I'll be very happy to warm it. Just not one I'll repurchase myself. Tropical Coconut Nectar. This reminds me quite a bit of a peachy version of Coconut Daiquiri, which will be available in July. I like this one. I would probably repurchase this. I like this for like mixing ideas. I think with like palm trees and ocean breeze, this would be really fun. Or maybe with like Make a Splash, something like that. I think this could be fun. Yeah, I actually like this one more than I thought I did. So that was my 4th place on cold. Moving into 4th place is Pink Pineapple and Sugar. On warm, this one has gone down significantly in my rankings. Too perfumey for me. Really, really pleasant, very good performer. I would say the best performer of the bunch if you're looking for a performance bar. Strongest and longest lasting. If you're looking for those two things, Pink Pineapple and Sugar was it. Then I would put Tropical Coconut Nectar in 3rd this time. There it is. In 2nd, I would put Key Lime and Grapefruit. Really, really great scent, very solid. And then in 1st, I'm putting Sunset Sky and Strawberry. I love this one. Although, that being said, I think I would warm Key Lime and Grapefruit more often. I think this is a more versatile scent. I think you could mix with this one or do it on its own very nicely. Whereas I don't know that Sunset Sky and Strawberry would be a very good mixer. I think you could mix it. I just think it's such a complex scent on its own that you wouldn't need to mix it. Whereas this one is a bit more simple, a bit more kind of just fun and light and would go with anything. It would play well with others, whereas this one might not play well with others. So I'm still gonna put Sunset Sky in 1st place, and that's my current ranking. So overall as a collection, my thoughts, the branding I really like. I like the color scheme they went with. I like the kind of assortment of scents we got. I think doing a lot of citrus, fruity scents was a good idea. I wouldn't expect to see a lot of bakery stuff in a summer collection. That's fine with me. I like the idea of having one fresh scent in there. I think having a fresh scent in a summer collection makes sense to break up some of the fruitiness and kind of offer a fresh spin. Love that concept. Conceptually, really solid. The only ones with any lasting power, at least to my house and to my nose, were tropical coconut nectar and pink pineapple and sugar. Both great scents, but I was really hoping for longer performance from the others as well. Now that being said, what they lacked in longevity, they did mostly make up for in strength. So that was kind of a trade-off there. I'm happy with that. Overall, I would recommend the summer collection if you're a fan of fruity scents. If you're not a fruity scents fan, I don't think you're gonna appreciate the summer collection all that much. But I think most people are fruity fans. I would say, I think it is the most popular category that Scentsy does. When they look at like scent sales based on the category of scent, I think fruity is like almost always the highest. I think it is the highest. And then tied with like fresh and bakery or something like that. But fruity is most popular. So I think most people are going to really enjoy this. I think the set as a whole is really, really cute. Overall, I think it was a nicely done set and I would recommend it, and I would repurchase almost all of the bars in that kit. If I got my hands on more water lily and bergamot, I wouldn't be sad. I just wouldn't go to my way to purchase it again because I don't love fresh scents myself. But if you do, it's a good one. All right, on to bedrooms in my house. I had a bar here from my friend Sarah in New Zealand as well. Tahitian Black Orchid. This was, I think, a Bring Back My Bar scent in Region 3 a while back. And I did 2 cubes of this in my bedroom. And this was wonderful. I don't know the notes on this. This is a deep purpley vanilla, some floral, but it's like a really beautiful perfume. I would wear this scent very happily. This is lovely. It is sultry and deep without being too heady or headachy at all. It's smooth, deep, sultry, a little bit sweet, really, really nice. Performance on this was great. I did 2 cubes in my bedroom, which is not very much wax, and that lasted a couple days at a nice solid medium intensity. I would definitely repurchase that if I could. That was a great one. So thank you, Sarah. That was Tahitian Black Orchid. Next up, we did a couple cubes of Perfect Peppermint. This one is just pure peppermint. This is a fall winter catalog bar. We will probably see this back September 1st. It is not currently available though. Probably September 1st. This one is just a nice classic kind of candy cane peppermint type scent. There's no vanilla here. There's not a whole lot here. It's just peppermint with maybe a hint of like teeny tiny drop of sugar, something like that. It's very minty, very crisp. Really like this one. If you like minty scents, you would like this. I think I did this when I had a migraine or something at one point. I've had a few of those lately, and this is about the only scent I can tolerate when I have a migraine. So Perfect Peppermint was on deck. This tends to be about a medium strength, about a day, day and a half in longevity. This is like a must-have in my stash. Love Perfect Peppermint. Then we did 2 cubes of Candy Dandy. This is a bar from Region 3, New Zealand, from my friend Sarah. This was a bar that we did completely in my daughter's room. This is just a pleasant one. I don't know. This is just, it is soft. It is a light bar. I would not try this in anything larger than a small bedroom. And even in a small bedroom, it is light. But it's really, really pretty. Sweet cotton candy, candy goodness. Kind of like Laffy Taffy. Not even, no, it's not Laffy Taffy. It's like a high quality saltwater taffy. Very, very pretty. Yeah, this was a good one. It's sweet and pink and kind of sticky sweet. It's really, really pleasant. There's no body care tones here. It's just sweet and lovely. I would say maybe like a strawberry flavored saltwater taffy. I would get more of that if I could. It was very nice. Next up, we did Evening Sky in our bedroom. This is a new catalog bar this season. So this is available right now. This is a pretty kind of perfumey musk, a little bit powdery. Yeah, this has some powdery florals. It's got some like musk or something to it. It's very, very pretty. I would say this is definitely a bedroom scent. A lot of people are finding this one to be not an awesome performer. My trick with this one is I double the wax. So I do 4 cubes in my bedroom of this when I usually do 2. And that seems to give me a good couple days of longevity. This is one of those bars, kind of like Tropical Coconut Nectar, where it's never going to be a boomer, even if you use lots of wax, but it will last a while if you use a lot of wax. So this is a good one. I would repurchase this for sure. I really like this one. That's a good one. Next in bedrooms, my daughter's room, I did Dream Big Princess. This is one of the Disney bars. Did 2 cubes in her room. This one had like mandarin, lemon, bubblegum, all kinds of sweet stuff in it. Yeah, this is like a perfumey little kid scent. It smells like a little girl's shampoo, or not even shampoo. It's like a little girl's perfume. I definitely smell bubblegum. You get some fruity, you get some citrus. It's a lot of fun. This is a good bar. My daughter loves this one in her room, so we did that for her. And I have this in my club right now. I might take it out because I feel like we'll probably see this back at some point, because Scentsy has been offering the princess bars at least once a year. So I may just take it out of my club. And my daughter is young enough that she has a new favorite scent every month, it seems. So I'm not sure that we need to have this in my club, but I really like this one. For her room, this is a great performer. I would say solid medium strength. And we get at least a day or two out of it. It tends to be a pretty decent performer. So that's a good one. Dream Big Princess. In our room, I did Vanilla Barnwood. This was one of my favorite bars last year entirely. I don't recall what it was. I think it's like Cold Winter Air, Vanilla Barnwood. There is like a very, very slight lemon cream note here, at least on cold. And as this has sat a little while, the wood tones are coming out more, but they're so pretty. Like, this is the most beautifully done bar, Vanilla Barnwood. This is another one that I really, really, really hope we see in the catalog for fall winter this year. I think this would be a perfect addition to the catalog. This one you could, oh, I'm warming it now in May and it's perfect. I think you can warm this pretty much any time of year. I think this would suit very, very beautifully from September to February, which is when the fall catalog season is, the fall winter catalog season. This is not like a 1 or 2 month specific bar. This is a all the time type bar. Beautiful bedroom scent, just gorgeous. One of my favorite scents of last year entirely. How would you categorize this? I guess under woods, but it's not overly woodsy. Like, if you don't typically like woodsy scents, this is also quite clean without veering into laundry at all. It's also sweet because it's got that vanilla base. This is a little bit of everything and it's perfect. It's cozy, it's sweet, it's a little woodsy, it's cuddly, cozy, perfumey. I love Vanilla Barnwood. I cannot recommend this one enough. I clubbed this one. I wish I clubbed more bars of it because 1 1/4 is not enough. I hope we see this in the catalog this season. That's a great one. And performance on that is really, really good. You would think it would be a lighter bar, and I think when it was new it was, but I'm finding that one's aged beautifully, like beautifully, beautifully. If you have any Vanilla Barnwood in your collection kicking around, dig it out and try it now because it is top notch. All right, the next thing I did in my daughter's room was Sugar Blossom. This was a bar I picked up on clearance a couple months ago. This had been a new release bar, was it last year? I think last spring and summer. This was like a 1 season wonder. It didn't make it back. And I think it was because they put it in the bakery category of all places. And this is a beautiful sweet floral. It is not a bakery scent. And that is, I think, what killed it, which is a shame because as angry as I was at this about being in the bakery section, it's a pretty bar. So I did grab a bar of this. I did 2 cubes in my daughter's room and it was lovely. It went at least 2 days. I think it's still in there right now on day 3. It needs to be changed now, but a little over 2 days, light. This is another one of those bars. Gonna be light, but it's gonna go for a while, and that's your trade-off. It's gonna be light, but it's gonna go for a while. Sugar Blossom is nice. So it's a very soft, springtime type floral, not powdery, not perfumey, just a really pretty, soft petal scent. Spring petals and sweet. It's really nice. Nothing bakery here, just a sweet floral. Really, really pretty. And that is Sugar Blossom. And then on to a couple empties that are not wax. I finished up a scent circle from Scentsy in the scent Vanilla Cinnamon Maple. There's that one. This one went a couple weeks. It went a while. This scent circle, I would say, was more like salty, more salted caramel than the wax was. I love the wax. Vanilla Cinnamon Maple, if I could get more of that wax, I would. I love that bar. The scent circle was a bit more mapley, I would say, and a bit more salty. Overall, pretty good. I don't know that I would purchase the scent circle again, but I would definitely get more of the wax if I could. It is not available right now. I did a Scentsy pod pack in Bloomin' Marvelous. This was the May scent of the month. This pod pack was definitely on the light side. Yeah, I don't know that I would purchase this pod pack again myself. I don't remember smelling it for more than about a day. So The air purifiers do tend to be a lighter throw with the pods than the wall fan diffusers say, or the tabletop fan diffusers. Those seem to put more scent out than the air purifiers do. But this pod pack was definitely on the softer side. Not a repurchase for me. The wax, however, Bloom and Marvelous in wax, love it. I did a Wallflower fragrance bulb in Sweet Kiwi and Starfruit. This one is, does it say the notes? Golden Kiwi, Juicy Starfruit, and Solar Woods. This one, I'm not loving as much as the other ones I've had. I got this particular scent in a shower gel as well, the Kiwi and Starfruit. It's a little cloying. It's just a little too sweet, a little too fruity, a little bit too, it smells like overripe fruit to me. I don't know. I wouldn't purchase this scent again myself. It's all right and I'll get through it. It's not bad. It's just not one I'd get more of. And then finally here we have the Together Weather shower gel from Bath & Body Works. This I loved. I would definitely purchase this next season. I don't see notes on here at all. I have this in a scrub too. This actually made my Life Favorites video a few months ago. I nursed this bottle forever. I used like a tiny amount only once in a while on like special occasions because I wanted it to last. Loved this one. It was just a cuddly cozy, almost had like a slightly rose note to it, but not a strong, powdery, aggressive rose. It was a very soft, subdued, cuddly cashmere type rose. Lots of vanilla here smoothing things out. It was very, very pretty. I would definitely purchase Together Weather again if they offer it next year. And then some vendor wax. I did quite a bit of vendor wax recently too. So if you're into vendor wax, stay tuned. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. So I did order Teddy Bees a while back in the pre-order, and I got that order. I never had time to film it, but I did warm some of it. So you'll get warm reviews of some of it right now. I also did some melting memories. So I did Vanilla Island in my office. I did 1 cube of this in my office. This was the Nest Madagascar vanilla type. It has vanilla bean, vanilla orchid, coconut, and musk. This is a very pretty scent. Yes, it is very pretty. It's a nice kind of coconut, very nicely done coconut scent. I'm pretty picky with coconut. This is a nice balance of like sweet but fresh coconut. Very nice balanced coconut. The 1 cube I would say was a little bit not maybe enough wax. I think I should have done 2 cubes because it was quite light in the office, and I would say only about 8 hours or so. So a shorter duration. I think I just needed more wax is all that was. But I would probably purchase the scent again because I really like that one. So that was the Nest Madagascar vanilla type. Vanilla Island is what she calls her version. Then I did some melting memories of the Beekeeper. This is the Joe Malone type. Nectarine, Blossom, and Honey. So it's got nectarine, peach, plum, blackcurrant, vetiver, and acacia honey. This one's gorgeous. Yeah, this one is much more honey on cold than it is on warm. The honey is still there on warm, but you do get quite a perfuminess on warm. I would say I definitely got more of that, I would say florals. I'm not seeing a lot of florals in the notes, but on warm what I mostly got was florals. So I did this in the bedroom. I did 3 cubes total in the bedroom amongst 2 warmers, and it was really, really pretty. I would say like 8 out of 10 strength. It was a nice strong bar, really, really strong. Almost a little too strong for me with the florals. Yeah, I did take this one out a little bit early. It could have probably gone longer. I left it in for a day, and then it was just kind of veering into headache territory for me because perfumey scents sometimes do that for me. And so this one I took out a bit early, but very lovely scent. I personally wouldn't repurchase it just because I'm so headache prone, and this one kind of went there for me. But very, very pretty scent. That is the Beekeeper. If you like honey scents, I would recommend that one. Next, I did a little bit of Peony from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is one I'd ordered, I think, last year. It's just like bringing in a bouquet from the garden. Peony, it's just peony. And I love fresh peonies in the spring. And this is a very, very crazy authentic peony scent. It captures like the stemmy crispness, it captures the sweetness, it captures like the floral notes. This is peonies, it's beautiful. Love that. This was a reasonably strong one. I would say 6 or 7 out of 10 in my open layout. It was a 1-dayer, like maybe 18 hours, somewhere in there. Around 18 hours, about an average performer. Quite nice. As far as for purchasing, I can't wait till Sassy Girl Aroma opens again. She is wonderful, but she's currently closed. I don't know that I would repurchase this just because I don't do a lot of floral scents. Like I said, I've had this for like a year and I just cracked into it now. I don't warm much floral, so this will be plenty for me, but I really, really like that. When I do want to warm a floral, that's exactly the kind of floral I want to warm. Then I did a bar from Zape. This is one that I got in the round robin swap that we did a while ago in Canada here. This is Pumpkin Queen from Zape. It is pumpkin donuts, marshmallow filling, and sugar and spice. This is lovely on cold. It is like oatmeal cookie, pumpkin, brown sugar goodness. Yeah, you get the donut for sure. That is very, very good. I love this. On warm, it smelled the same. Very, very nice. The throw was, I would say, lower than average. Like a 3 out of 10 maybe in my open layout for the whole bar. And I would say like 6-8 hours was about it. Now I'm noticing overall that my experience with longevity is lower across the board, Scentsy and vendor wax, this last month or so. And it might just be the season change. My windows aren't open very often, but it could just be the season change and the airflow changes and the pressure changes and everything else that's affecting my wax performance. But this one was a lower performer than average. Scent was fantastic. Probably not a repurchase for me just based on performance, but the scent was great. And that was Pumpkin Queen from Zape. Then in our bedroom, I had done some Dream State from Teddy Bees. This one is sweet lavender, pink sugar, and vanilla marshmallow cream. This is gorgeous. This is perfection. I hope she offers this again one day soon, because this is perfect. I would get a loaf of this if I could. Love it. Performance, I think I got 2 days out of it. It might have been a day and a half, but I think 2 days. And solid medium, I would say 6 out of 10, probably better than medium. Next, I did Vanilla Dream. This is one of my more recent Teddy Bees purchases from the last pre-order. This one has vanilla cake pops, a drizzle of vanilla buttercream, angel food cake, and a hint of Cupcakes at Tiffany's. Cupcakes at Tiffany's is a chocolate toffee type scent. This is Cupcakes at Tiffany's with a whole bunch of vanilla. This one was Vanilla Central on warm, super bakery, super sweet, like tooth-achingly filling sweet, really pleasant. I think you have to like vanilla, and I love vanilla. This was a little vanilla even for me. I really liked this. I think it was a bit too bakery for the bedroom, just a bit too bakery. I really like this though. I should have gotten a bigger one, but I got the small one. Performance, it was a 1-dayer, like 24 hours, but solid medium strength, no complaints there. Then I did Kiss Me Goodnight from Teddy Bees as well. This one I purchased, I think, last summer, so it's been sitting for a while. No, I purchased it in October, so it's been sitting for a few months. So cozy cashmere blankets, warm, slightly woody notes mixed with vanilla, hints of plum, and hot tea and warm amber. It's a nice, cozy, kind of perfumey sweet. Yeah, you get like this cozy, cuddly, like black tea type scent. It's pretty. This was lovely. Did this in the bedroom. This one lasted forever. Like 3 days? It was a while. It was like a good 3 days. Yeah, I love this one. I remember walking into the bedroom and it just smelled right. Like this smells the way like my bedroom just smells. It was lovely. So this is kind of like just like amping up like the way my bedroom always smells. Just kind of clean and cozy and lovely. Love that one. I would get a bigger one like this if I could too. Then I had dug this out to send a chunk to a friend of mine recently, and this is Beach Wedding from Sassy Girl Aroma. And while I was at it, I decided to warm it. This is Beach Nights Wedding Cake and Whipped Cream. So Beach Nights is just kind of that salty sea air marshmallow scent. This is this really lovely, like, Beach Nights blend. It's mostly Beach Nights with some extra bakery and creaminess. Nice performer. Did this in the open layout. It was a 1-dayer, like I would say 12 to 18 hours, but a reasonably strong one, like 7 out of 10 in strength in my open layout. Did really nicely. I like that one a lot. Would it be a repurchase? Probably not, because I feel like I'm kind of beach treated out, but I really like that one. Then again, this is from my most recent Teddy Bees pre-order. This is Harold Fine Hair. This one is warm chestnuts, smoky woods, sweet vanilla, which is a by the fireplace type, cashmere cedar, and frosted sugar cookies. So I know I love the by the fireplace type because my friend Veronica at Melting Memories also offers that dupe. This one though has cashmere cedar frosted sugar cookies mixed in, and it's wonderful. That is a great, great scent. I did this in my open layout, and I think my verdict with this one is it needs more time. It was lovely, like exactly what I was hoping for. It smelled the same on warm as it did on cold. Longevity was an issue, which seems to be what I've been saying a lot tonight. Yeah, longevity was maybe like 6 or 7 hours, pretty short. But strength was decent, but a medium. I think that one just needs some time. And then finally, last but not least, I did some summer circus cookies from my most recent Teddy V's pre-order. This one is strawberry pound cake blended with frosted lemon circus cookies. So strawberry pound cake, frosted lemon circus cookies. This one was just bakery goodness. This is like everything you want in a summer bakery. You get sweet strawberry pound cake. You get this nice kind of like tart, but still very sweet lemon. It's almost like a tart lemon frosting. It's very nice. This was a good day. Again, very short lasting. And again, maybe it needs some time. This was just poured in March, end of March. So probably needs some time. I would say medium strength, but again, like 6 to 8 hours, quite short duration. And again, I think it just needs time. And I think it's also possibly just the season change in my home. I know a lot of people mention that wax just doesn't perform as well in the summer for them. And I think it's a combination of the fact that the scents that we tend to warm in the summer are lighter in general and have fewer base notes like woodsy things and spice that carry them through. And also we have things like air conditioners, fans, windows open, and more airflow than we might in the cooler months. So I think some of it's that. Also maybe air pressure is involved, humidity could be involved. I think there's just a lot of factors that kind of go into, I think across the board, most of us have a little bit poorer wax performance during the warm months. And it's not even that warm here yet, but I'm noticing a difference for sure in longevity, just across the board, not just with Scentsy, with everything. I just found another container here. Marshmallow Cake by the Ocean. This was a sample cup from Teddy B's. This was great. I did this in my bedroom. This was a one-dayer, very marshmallowy beach treats type scent. I don't know that I would purchase it. It was maybe a lighter beach treat type scent. I think with age this would be beautiful. But again, I think it kind of reminded me a bit too of her Cozy Cookie Cake. She has Cozy Cookie Cake. This reminded me a lot of that. This was just more marshmallowy and not quite as strong. Really nice though. I enjoyed the sample. That is what I've been warming over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I hope that was helpful. Other than that, I would love to know what you've been warming in your house as we kind of get into the summertime here a little bit. And do you notice a difference in your wax performance based on the season? I would love to know in the comments below what your experience has been there. And other than that, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.